Hey guys, it's Ep41 and welcome back to episode 41 of Leeds United career mode. Now today, I'm back with quite a few decent games to play actually in this episode. We've got a Chelsea match coming up here, as you can see at home. Then we've got Swansea afterwards, which I'll probably see, and then I think it's QPR. But then we've got Napoli that we have to play twice in the Europa League. We've got Man City coming up as well. So there's quite a few big games coming up on the horizon, and hopefully it's going to be a good chance to gain some points over our rivals and move into potentially some European places to maybe try and nick 4th or 5th possibly. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously towards the end of the season, still 11 games to go, so there's quite a few matches and points to be taken. We've got a possible 33 points to get, so we could finish on as many as 75 points. Not too bad really. But before we get into this episode, if we could go hit the like button and also go subscribe, as well, be really appreciated. If we could try and hit 25 likes on this episode, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And the Leicester City career mode will be coming out tomorrow, I think, that episode. I'll alternate between these two career modes. Thank you all for your support on that one though, it has been going really well by the looks of it. Let's move on now though to the Chelsea game. This is the team we're going to be playing. Butland starts in goal. Marsden, Kara and Smith, and obviously Galloway as well, all in defence with Bridcut and Cook just in front of them. And then you can see the rest of the team got Andre Gray as the striker there. That's the only player you can't quite see. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be enough to try and beat Chelsea. It's not a starting 11, but I've got a game in 2 days' time against Swansea, I think it is. So we've got to have a good enough team to play against them for that game. So let's get on with this match now. Hopefully get ourselves 3 points and move closer to Chelsea. Chelsea have a lot of possession at the moment, which is probably what you'd expect given the quality of the players that they've got. We have got a counter-attacking opportunity here. Through to Andre Gray. Can he find anybody in the middle for the ball in? Cook was in there, not tall enough to beat. I think it was Gary Cahill or somebody like that in the middle. So it was always going to be a tough challenge for Cook to win that one. Still got the ball here though, and hopefully we can create some sort of opportunity here. Andre Gray on the turn maybe. And no, that's not a great shot. Won back by Kara. Can he find Gray? He has done. Damari Gray's running down the line. Got Andre Gray to the side of him. He's going to put in a ball. Oh, if Garcia continued running, he might have got on the end of that. Maybe a little bit too high for him. But a good run and a good bit of play nevertheless. Garcia through to Damari Gray yet again. Now then, can we find a good goal scoring opportunity at the back post maybe? It's gone out for a corner 30 minutes in. And we could do with playing this one short just to kind of draw a man out possibly here. Put it in. Oof, not too bad. Okay, no one's going towards that one. Probably should have won that one a bit easier than we did. Kara to have a shot. Oh, not too bad as well. What a strike that is from a centre-back. And Pedro can't quite keep it in. And that is it for the first half. It is still 0-0 in this match. It's actually been quite a good game. It's not been a boring one. Similar to the Middlesbrough match, actually, last night that Leeds took part in. And yeah, I thought that was a good game as well. Let me know what you thought about that in the comments. But yeah, let's just have a look at the bench. We don't have many options really because the rest of the players were quite tired, so we don't have too many. I might bring on this Odgie guy. I think he's quite good off the bench. I'm going to take off Garcia, who has been absent for most of the game, I'd say, and doesn't really provide us too much going forward. But he's still a good young talented player. I think he needs to grow a little bit more. In terms of height would be good as well, but I don't think that can quite happen. And already nearly getting down that left-hand side early on. Gray, through to Andre Gray, can he finish it off? He has done 1-0, it's come out of nowhere. We've not had too many chances in this first half, but what a finish that one was from Andre Gray. Two of the Grays linking up there, and a very good finish past Courtois. Lovely little bit of play here, opened up the Chelsea defence for a little run, and a decent finish in the end, 1-0, and this could be a very good result for us. Oh, Andre Gray's won it back here, it's still going, good save from Courtois, Bridcut! And he scores! What a header that is from Liam Bridcut. 2-0. Fantastic leap above all the Chelsea defenders. And we're now winning this game 2-0. Brilliant stuff yet again. Could have scored possibly through Gray though. Just chases down the Chelsea defence. Wins it back. And a good save from Courtois initially. But then obviously Bridcut heads it into the back of the net as he rises above Ramirez. Very good stuff. 2-0 now. Okay, we're going to make 2 more changes now. We're going to bring on Calvin Phillips, and we're also going to bring on Spence and play him at left attacking mid. Hopefully that's going to be okay. We'll just have to wait and see how he gets on. But hopefully taking those players off will be beneficial for the next game, but we'll have to wait and see. Odgie, he's going to look for somebody in the box here, surely. He's going to pull it back. No, he's offside, I think. Still got it, and Spence couldn't put it into the back of the net. It wasn't offside there. I think it was, Andre Gray that could have been offside. Good chance for us to make it 3, but that is it for this game. We've won the match 2-0, kept a clean sheet. Chelsea didn't look too threatening going forward, but obviously had a lot of possession, as you can see. So, yeah, very good for us. Yet again, another 3 points. We still remain, I think, in 6th place, I'm pretty sure. But I think Chelsea have got Man City next, so if we win against Swansea and Chelsea drop points, then potentially we could go above them. Let's just take a quick look at Yaya Toure. We've got a scout report back on him, I think, because he's obviously joining us when he leaves Man City at the end of his contract at the end of the season. So we just want to quickly have a look, see how he's doing. He's 85 overall still. I think he looks like he could be a very good player for us. He's obviously 33 though, so whether he's going to play on much longer, who knows. But even if we have him for a season, it'll be good having him in the team. It'd be nice to have him for longer than that, obviously, but if it's just a season, then so be it. Let's have a little look at some of these players I've got currently scouted. Now, these actually look pretty decent, some of these, so we are going to sign those two up. And I think we'll reject Luca, who I think might be a little bit harsh on him, but his potential doesn't quite look good enough for a 17-year-old. And let's move on to having a look at some English players. And surprise, surprise, they are not as good. So we'll reject all of them. Now onto this away game against Swansea. We are going to submit through the calendar in the hope that we get a more realistic result. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Depends what team they put out. We've got a lot of players that are tired. So whether we'll get ourselves a result here, I'm not too sure. I doubt we will, to be honest. But let's wait and see. Did we beat Swansea away? Let's have a look. Yes, we beat them 2-0. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. So, we could potentially be in 5th place here. Wow, was not expecting to beat Swansea away. But we've done it, and we've got a player suspended though. NG won't be available for our next match, which is against Napoli. So hopefully he's not suspended for this one. It might just be he's suspended for the next league game, but we'll have a little look. And no, I think he can play. Let's see, can he play this game? Yes, he can. But he's probably not going to be able to because he's that unfit. Before we get to the Napoli game, we will quickly load up the previous sessions that I've been doing with these youngsters, and we'll go ahead and do these player drills. Let's see, can we get anybody going up here? We have got a lot of attributes flying up actually for Alex Moore and Lupi, but other than that, no real growth for the other players. That's fine though, because I'm sure that'll come in the next couple of weeks. Also, Chelsea drew to Man City, so they dropped points yet again, which is great news for us. Now we are approaching the top sort of 5 or 4 teams in the country, which is great news for us. And let's quickly have a look at this. Is there anything interesting here? I think there's one scout report that I am interested in, and that's for Mario. I was having a little look at him, seeing whether he's any good for his age. He's 73, so he's not really as good as our Lewis, Cook and Bridcut, obviously. So there's no real need to get him in, but he could be an interesting squad player. He's 6'1". Could have a bit of quality off the bench, potentially. So we will keep an eye on him. I might add him to our shortlist, actually, just because he's possibly a little cheap option to maybe get in from Chelsea. Now then, I'm quickly going to have a look at some contracts, and we are going to be offering a few players some new deals, because I've got a little bit of money now once I change it to the wage. So I want to try and sign up some of the youngsters, not necessarily some of the players that are in the team quite often, but I want to try and make sure I've got a lot of those talented players that have actually played some matches for me. Some of those youngsters, I want to make sure that we've actually got them on a more long-term contract. So, first player, Berardi, I'm actually just going to leave him. I won't offer him a new contract. Olgi, on the other hand, has actually played a few games for us. He's made 3 appearances now, so I think he deserves a new contract. He looks like he could be a decent player, and he wants 2,900, so we'll go ahead with that. And we'll go a future first team player. Hopefully he agrees to that. It looks like he probably will. Same with Vareno. He's not played any games for us yet. But I am going to offer him a new contract. Again, I just think, I'll probably end up loaning him out, to be honest, at the end of the season. But I think he could be a good player for us eventually. Hyde, I don't think... In fact, he has played, and he's kept a clean sheet in the match that he played in. But anyway, he has started, I think, for us. Maybe just the once, by the looks of it. So again, I'll offer him a new contract. And O'Donnell, I'm sure I've not played him. I thought I played O'Donnell, but he does look like a better player than the other keeper that we've got, so we're definitely going to offer him a new contract. Again, future first team player. and are definitely doing it with Spence, because we have played quite a few games with him, and he certainly looks like a very good player and someone for the future to actually start for us. Again, not too sure that I'll loan him out or not, purely because he does look like a good player to keep at the club, to be honest. So, the next player on my list actually is Paulus, Federico Paulus, I think is how you pronounce his name. And again, I need to start playing this guy because he does look quite good. 57 overall for a youngster is quite good. It's the same overall as Spence, obviously in a different position though. So, could be someone that we look at. And Marsden is definitely getting a new contract. A really good player. Hopefully I can afford to actually sign up all these players. I would imagine I just about can. And the final player is Shelton, who has played. No, he hasn't played. What? I'm sure I've played Shelton. Oh, maybe he's just been on the bench then. But anyway, he does look really good. I need to fit some of these sentiments into the squad. It's difficult to get them on the team because I've got obviously Calvin Phillips, who is a very good player for us, who is kind of our backup centre mid. So yeah, it's tricky to get some of those youngsters in, especially the centre mids, but the fullbacks will get plenty of games, I'd imagine, towards the end of the season. Let's move on now to this Napoli match. It is an away game. I think I might sim this initial match and see what sort of result I get, and then go to the home match and hopefully come out with some sort of good result, because I can't really play both of them in this episode. So we'll sim this match, hopefully not get absolutely thrashed. We've won. We've won against Napoli away. Oh my days. How have we done that? I will take that. I will absolutely take the away goal from that game. How the hell's that happened? I was expecting at the very best a draw maybe, but a 1-0 win. We will happily take it. We're currently 6th in the league now as well. We've played one game less than Chelsea, so we could actually go ahead of them. And actually, we could go ahead of Man City as well, if they were to drop points in their game. In fact, no, we couldn't. No, we couldn't. We could not go above Man City. We could go behind Man City, but we can definitely go above Chelsea if we do win the next game. So that'll be interesting if we can score enough goals to obviously have more goal difference than them. Okay, not quite as positive as I expected. A couple of players there rejecting the contract offers. He would like a greater squad role. Okay, maybe that's because he's played a few games for us. Bit of a strange one actually. I just expected him to accept it. I've given him everything he was after. Bit of a strange one. We will go sporadic first team player. I suppose he has played a few games, so it makes sense. And David Shelton would like a better squad role as well. So another bit of a different one, I suppose. I wasn't really expecting him to ask that. He's not played any games for us, so he has no excuse for that. But yeah, a very strange one. Again, wasn't expecting to have to do that for any players, but we'll just have to wait and see now whether they do accept them. In terms of other players who want to offer a new contract, I think Carr is definitely one that I want to keep, but he will be, nearly 30 by the time his contract runs out, so I know that's not old, obviously, for a centre-back, but I still think we'll wait and see how he gets on in the next year or so. Dele Alli wants 25 grand. We won't do that just now, because I think we'll wait a little bit until I have some more money. In terms of other players, I think Bridcut and Butland I definitely want to keep, but Bridcut wants 60 grand, wow. Okay, that's definite improvement. And Butland wants 50, which is unsurprising, really, given the fact he's 80 overall. Other players that I'm looking at trying to keep, I think I've pretty much given them longer contracts anyway, so I'm not too worried about those. And now let's move on to the next game, which I think is QPR, is it? Yes, it is. And again, we'll be simming this match due to a lack of time to play the match, basically. Okay, how have we got on against QPR? This is a game that we should be winning, but it's an away match, so we'll have to see. I suppose given the luck we've had in the previous, 3 games, you could argue, I think, a bad result here would kind of balance things out. Let's see. Oh my days, we won the game 2-0. Another win, another clean sheet. I can't believe that. Again, we've got ourselves another win. We're on a great winning streak at the moment. The team's looking on the up. And yeah, we are doing very well at the moment. Marsden, again, signing a new contract. Great news. And NG is back from his suspension. Paulus wants a greater role at the club, so we might have to fit him into one of the teams at some stage. But we'll move on to this Napoli game now, and hopefully get ourselves a win. But before the Napoli game, we do have to have a look at the Ivory Coast squad, because we need to submit a squad. And look at this, Ayora, who has been in the news a lot recently, for, bad reasons, put it like that, is suspended, so he can't play in the next game that we have, maybe even the next 2 games, I'm not really too sure on that one. So we need to get a new right back. We need to get someone in the squad that can play right back. Don't have many options really, do we? Let's be honest. Sol Bamba, maybe. We've got another Bamba that we could actually have there. I'm probably just going to do that one. He's 26 years old. He doesn't look great, but at least he's a proper right back. And yeah, I think in terms of the rest of the team, we look like we're probably just going to keep it exactly the same, to be honest. Obviously try not to get Yaya Toure injured before he joins us, but I think the rest of the team I'm pretty happy with. Maybe you could argue that this guy shouldn't be in the squad, but I think he's fast. That's the main thing, really, isn't it? That we have fast players. Wilfred Bonney, I'm not too keen on, provides us a little bit of height. But I think other than that, maybe this guy. Could he be dropped? There's a couple of players actually that maybe aren't our best players. He can play right back as well, which would be good for us. I might drop Seri and bring in Toise. I think that kind of makes sense. Bring him in. He's got some true Premier League quality, just about. And yeah, let's submit that squad now. I think it's pretty much finalised. And move on to the Napoli game. Okay, this is the team that's going to go up against Napoli, bear that in mind. I've decided to go with a very weak team. We did win the first 1-0, got the away goal, which is great. But the reason why I've gone with a weak team is because not tomorrow, but the next day, we have a game against Man City in the league. That's obviously a huge match because we are trying to get further up the league, and obviously they are just about above us. So we need to win that game basically. So I've decided to rest quite a few players here. We've still got a good team out, I think, in attack, but defence doesn't look too good. I've even brought in Pickford, who doesn't play many games. That's the bench I've gone with. They don't look tired at the moment, but I'm resting them so that they're not tired for 2 days' time. Calvin Phillips giving Andre Gray one to chase, and he's actually won it. And just about gets intercepted, but he's won it back, and he scores 1-0, 2-0 aggregate, 34 minutes in. What a finish that is from Andre Gray. And I tell you what, we have matched Napoli in terms of work rates. Not quite had enough quality in the first part of the game, but that is some decent quality there from Andre Gray. Winning the ball, good strength, wins it back, and slots it past Pepe Reina, and it's now 2-0 on aggregate. Alex Moore out to Bataka. Can he find the back post, possibly Patrick Roberts, or Gray, who's made it 2 and 3-0 on aggregate? That's virtually straight from kickoff. We won it back off them, and great play yet again. We really are outdoing Napoli here. And considering this is such a weak team as well, we're doing such a good job of dismantling their defence and midfield, really. And they've had very few chances. And it's now 2-0, 2 goals in 5 minutes, and 3-0 on aggregate. And that's it for the first half. Still in the game 2-0 and 3-0 on aggregate. Yeah, look like a really good result at the moment. No point changing the team, because this is already our weak side, so there's no point bringing on better players who are rested for a reason. So we'll keep it the same and hopefully not have to make any changes for the whole match. Oh, it's through to Patrick Roberts. What the hell's happened to the defence? Oh, it's gone in. I wasn't expecting that. I thought there was another few players to get past. But Patrick Roberts has slotted it home. What a ball in that is. I'll tell you what, they started the second half really well, Napoli. They had a great chance, great link-up play. But look at it, you can't do that and leave Patrick Roberts so open to run through, off the post and in. And I'll tell you what, this is an absolute demolishing at the moment. It's typical as well, though, because they'd started really well, Napoli. They'd had a good few chances early on from this second half. But they just haven't been able to capitalise from them. And obviously Higuain's going to provide them some chances at some stage. But to go and counter-attack them like that was brilliant for us. 4-0 on aggregate now. Here they go, they're running through here. And it's a good save from Pickford. It's the first time he's been really tested. And I'll tell you what, he's matched that one brilliantly, Pickford. Only 66 overall, but he certainly has done us a good job there. Napoli with a chance. Callejon's ran through, passes it across, and they're always going to do it. They've gone and put it in the back of the net. And they've made it 4-1 on aggregate. They've got themselves a goal back. It's an away goal. It's probably too late, though, with 10 minutes left. They have finally stepped up a level and shown that they are very good quality. I don't think we were ever going to get a clean sheet against Napoli in both games, were we? Let's be honest. It was always going to be difficult, especially with this sort of team out. But we have been very good so far, and hopefully it doesn't all collapse at the end here. And that is it. We have won the game 4-1 on aggregate. And to be honest, this is the first time for many of those players out there that have actually played 90 minutes. Alex Moore doesn't ever play 90 minutes, really, because he's usually too tired. But I'll tell you what, he's given himself a very good performance tonight. And there's the same, really, for a lot of those players who have done very well. Unlucky not to go away with the clean sheet. But when you're playing against Higuain, Hamsik, Callejon, those sort of players, you are always going to find it difficult to defend. And to be honest, we didn't for most of the game. But we managed to keep a clean sheet up until like the 83rd minute or whatever it was. So very good for us. You can see there, Villarreal won 7-1 aggregate. Brilliant result for them. There's a few big results, actually. There we've got, obviously, Man United winning 3-1, 5-2, 5-3, 4-3. There's a lot of big results in those fixtures that we've had there. It looks like we might come up against Lyon, possibly, but sometimes the tournament tree doesn't quite get it right, so we'll have to wait and see when we come up against them. Any news to look at? Not really. I think we go, actually, into next round. Obviously, that means we have some money. How much do we get? Just over $500,000, so not great. But let's move on now to the Man City game, and we will leave it there for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you have enjoyed this, then please hit the thumbs up button, and also go ahead and subscribe as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Let's try and hit 25 likes on this video. That'd be great. We are currently 5th in the league. We've gone above Chelsea. Great news. 2 points behind Arsenal and Man City. We are looking very good at the moment. Hopefully that can continue. That is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. And goodbye.